What's up, guys? Today we're talking all about how to find the perfect sensitivity and settings for you so you can play better in Siege and win more gunfights. Just be generally more confident when you're taking these gunfights. We're going to be talking all about that and just, how to work on your settings and your sensitivity and just how to win more gunfights in general. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, now we're going to be talking about aspect ratio and FOV. So first, talking about FOV. Here we are set to 16:9. And 90 FOV. So see that double door over there? I'm gonna aim like right here. See the double door? On the left side, here is with 60 FOV. I can't see it at all. So 60-degree cone in front of my face versus a 90-degree cone in front of my face. I can't see nearly as much, so I have to really pan over. It makes it harder to react to things that you physically can't see on the side of your screen. So most people are gonna run either 83, 84, or 90. I like 90 personally. It does make everything feel a little bit farther, but with Siege, once you get used to it, it's not too bad to deal with. So aspect ratios. If you're a console, you're stuck to 16:9. There's nothing you can do about it. It's okay, but it's definitely not the best one if you're a PC player. So for PC, I highly suggest 16:10 or 4:3. If you're coming to this video and trying to find what aspect ratio and sensitivity works for you, I'm going to suggest 16:10 or 4:3 because that is almost what everybody else uses for a reason. I like 4:3. I'll talk about the pros and cons. Pros: enemies are a little bit wider. Everything's a little bit thicker, so you can see and shoot a bigger target. Simple enough. But that being said, people are swinging you a lot faster on 4:3 than if they were on a different aspect ratio because they're everything moves a little bit faster. Like, it feels like the game is going faster, but I'm really not. It's just my aspects ratio. So here is 16:10. Oops. I change it? I did. Here's 16:10. Game will feel a little bit slower, but everyone's going to be a little bit taller. Doesn't feel like, I was like, that doesn't feel like 16:10. I played on 4:3 so much, I could tell. So everything's gonna feel a little bit slower, but like if someone swings out, I'm gonna be able to react to it a little bit easier because they're gonna be walking a lot slower. So the pros of this are, enemy movements are gonna be a lot slower. The cons are that enemy targets are going to be a little bit smaller, so you got to really be a crack shot. So a lot of people will run 16:10 if they focus mostly on ACOGs, and a lot of people that play 4:3 are going to be focused mostly on 1X guns. But I play 4:3 as well as 90 FOV, so like I have as much, I can see as the targets as big as they can possibly be, and I can see a lot of the map. This is what I've been running, and it's been working for me. So I'm not going to suggest you run exactly what I run, but when you deal with FOV, 83 or 84 or 90, and then aspect ratio, whatever one works for you, go into some T-Hunt, go into some casual, and see what feels the best to you. There are other aspect ratios you can use, like people will probably mention 5:4, maybe 3:2. I'm not sure about anything else, but it's all up to you. Whatever is helping you get kills is what you should do. But if I had to suggest anything, I would suggest 16:10 or 4:3, and I have it set to 90 FOV. So up to you. Okay, now we're going to talk about settings. So controls. I have my mouse set to 800 DPI with my horizontal and vertical also being 5. This is it's not too fast, it's not too slow. It's fairly slow, but a lot of the better players are going to have a lot slower sense because rule of thumb, put your mouse in the middle of your mouse pad. One swipe all the way to the edge should be about a 180 or a little bit over. So if you can do that, then your sense is going to probably be fine. That's the quickest way of like, okay, I want to be able to react, but there's no need to be able to do like a 720 with one swipe. Your sense is going to be way too fast, and I'm going to talk about, why that is in a second. But we're going to talk about the rest of the controls. So ADS, here it is. I have 40 on 1X. I have 50 on 2.5. And then 83, that can be 83 as well because it doesn't really matter. And then 130. So this is what I found that works for me. And if it feels really weird for you to like do that, try lowering that up and down by like 5. I like my 5.5. I try to have as low a sense as possible when it comes to like moving without feeling like I'm walking through mud. So if I set it to 4.4, which I've tried this before, it feels like I'm way too sluggish and I really have to wang my mouse around, which I don't like. So if I really wanted a slower sense, what I could do instead is leave that 5.5 and then lower this to like 35 and lower that to 45. So I'd still have a slower sense while I'm ADSing, but not when I'm actually moving around. Okay, and now let's talk about how to actually work on your settings to make sure they're good for you. See these pillars? Gonna find pillars like this all over the place. I like to stand right in the middle. So we're gonna go off these 4. So basically what you do is aim to 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. So, real quick, if you feel like you're over flicking and having to double back, your sense is going to be too fast. Try lowering your sensitivity, either the 5.5 that I showed you or your ADS sense, until you're about basically almost dead on. You don't have to go super fast. It's just really about getting comfortable with what you're at. And if you feel like you're too low and then you're really having to drag it over to go anywhere, your sense might be too slow. So you're not really able to respond quickly. It's a lot better to be too slow than to be too fast, but you want to be in the middle where you're able to react when you need to and be accurate when you do it. So again, here's the trial. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. 1, 4 should be a hard swipe, which is kind of difficult because most of the time in Siege you're never really going to have to be having to do that, but still, it's good practice. You want to be able to do 1, 2, 1, 3 pretty easily. Because you are going to be doing that a lot in Siege. But again, if you are having trouble, if you feel like you're over flicking, having to double back, go into your settings. You don't necessarily have to lower these, but I would try lowering or raising these up by five increments at a time and going up and down. If you're going too fast, lower it. If you're going too slow, raise it up. Pretty simple stuff. So now we're going to talk a little bit about practicing your settings. I'll have it set to small ball in the shooting range for at walk speed. Go here and just shoot targets. I like the reload in it because it gives me a quick little break between it, and as long as I'm consistent with that, it should be fine. But it's like how the game would be anyways. It helps me remember how much ammo are in guns.
Remember to always complete your mission report.
On 85, nothing crazy, but honestly, this is just a real quick way of just like, you know, working on your sensitivity, working on your sense, making sure you feel confident in Siege. I wouldn't spend too long in here. This is just really just to kind of help you warm up and get used to it. And if you are still working on your sensitivity, you can come over here, 1, 2, 3, and just, you know, work on it here. Simple enough. I highly suggest doing the 1, 2 maneuver just over and over if you are really struggling with your sense, because you should be able to do it about this fast. Or you probably need to change something. If you're going too far, you need to lower your sense. If you feel like you're really having to drag it, try raising it. You want to be able to go about this fast. That's it. And now we're going to do it one more time with a 1x. Do you want to practice them on both? definitely going to be a little bit better with an ACOG on this one, but... shows the pros and cons of which optics to use in the first place. Yep, I'm a lot more used to when especially when I'm shooting the T5, spraying a lot more because on defense you usually spraying angles down. So it's a little bit harder for me with the 1X compared to the ACOG. But a general idea, you want to be able to feel confident moving your gun around, and you know, if you don't feel confident, try changing your sense up a little bit. Okay, and now we're doing target drill. You can do it on any map you want. It'll just help you work on general crosshair placement of where enemies might be. So it says eliminate 11 targets in the basement. There we go. Just go through. It'll help you just learn the general positions of where enemies might be in those rooms. The goal really is you don't want them to really take a shot at you, or you're probably going to die to an actual player in that position. Not sure where the last one would be. There it is. Press tab if you're unsure. Okay, kill 12 enemies on the first floor. See, in that situation, I probably would have died. Checking everything as we go along. There's never that many people on the billiards table, but you know, you get the general gist. It'll just help you work on your, you know, just general control. Tab real quick just to see where they're at. I need to install. Sure. Fair enough. Then we go to the second floor. So you can see pretty quickly how this could be useful in just learning general positions, especially if you don't know anything about the map. And just kind of like working on your crosshair placement, working your gunfights, your awareness. Seriously, no one's in there? Really? Oh, missed two over there. In the lodgy area, fair enough. Probably one right here, gold. And just like that, you can keep going along on different maps and just kind of working on your crosshair placement. This is a really quick and easy way of learning the map, learning how to walk around the floors. And if you're ever confused on like callouts or whatever, look at your compass at the bottom and you can ping. It'll tell you where that ping is at. I ping the construction. Pretty simple stuff, learning the game. Now I just want to talk really quick about how to win more gunfights and just take firefights with confidence. We'll be doing more videos on like how to work on certain peaks and whatever, but I am going to talk just really quickly about like what they are. So here you're going to see the basic quick peek. You just peek out real quick, gather the intel, and you come around the corner pre-firing, taking them down. Whoever swings first usually gets the kill. So every time I swing into the unknown, I'll have my gun up. See, as I'm turning the corner, I'm already ADSing. Not really sure I'm going to see someone there, but like as I turn the corner here, I'm getting my gun up, ready, and like I'm already shooting the guy there. He wasn't ready for me to be there at all. Have my gun up as I swing over. Only put my gun down when I'm trying to move quickly. Enemy runs out, tries to flank, which is extremely weird. We swing over, we find him. We see the last. He's lit up. 8 bullets in my gun, but it's more than enough to win a firefight. We take him down. Crosshair placement is also everything, so really watch the crosshair placement. I tend to aim a little bit lower than most because I'm expecting people to be crouching or hiding in corners, especially if I have a higher tier gun that does a lot of damage to bodies. I will aim a little bit lower. But SenVale, don't good players have like 50% headshot ratio or higher? Yes, but headshot ratio is only taking into account how many people you're actually killing, not, you know, every time you shoot your gun at somebody, because headshot ratio is okay. If you have 50% headshot ratio, that means 50% of the time you kill someone, you killed them with a headshot, which is always good because one shot headshot game, obviously it's always gonna be a good thing, but you will die a lot. And you definitely didn't hit in the head then, did you? So I've always argued that getting damage on an enemy is going to be more beneficial than getting no damage. So I will always aim a little bit lower, because if they're crouching when I'm aiming head height, standing head height, I can always, you know, if they're crouching when I'm aiming standing head height, chances are I'm probably dead. If I'm aiming crouch head height or a little bit like between, I can always react to either one. So that's just kind of what I do, depending on what the swing that I'm going to walk into. Run down the staircase, we find one. Swing over. See, when I know I'm swinging someone that's probably going to be standing, I will always aim standing head height. I just kind of adjust. If I'm swinging somebody, the chance that they could be crouched in a corner is pretty high. So here on a staircase, always a hard situation to deal with. When you really feel like you're going to run into an enemy, don't be afraid to pre-fire. Because, I mean, look, I had no idea that he's there. I just know he's probably on spiral. And I take him down before he even, you know, realizes he's getting shot. All right, we're gonna do one more set of clips. Throw a grenade behind the half wall. Keep my gun up, ready for a swing. Always ready for a swing out while I'm even destroying the Azami. I'm ready for the swing out. We find one. Another one gets behind that half wall. I take cover while I reload. And I'm completely exposed. But I know that he's going to have to stand up. I'm ready to react to it because my gun is up. He's taking shots at me, but he doesn't know exactly where I'm at. But, I mean, look at my crosshair placement now. Chance that he wins this right now is pretty low. In those heels, teammate goes for a plant, and I have my crosshair right on where the, you know, the zombie has to swing from, no matter what. So, good to go. So here, tough situation you guys are going to run into a lot of the time. There's holes on my left, and there's a guy on my right, so I walk into a crossfire. But one thing in Siege is that there's always going to be someone blinking. The bathroom guy doesn't really look like he's paying too much attention to the trench swing because he sees his teammate trench. So, especially as an op like Finka, I hit an overheal. I run in, pre-firing. We do take him down. Crosshair placement. I'm ready for the fast, aggressive swing out because he's trying to get his teammates refrag. And we pre-fire his head, taking him down. Taking down 2 people and taking control of that area. So here, I swing in. We are aiming standing head height now because I'm ready for someone to swing from Pixel. You see the smoke swinging out because he doesn't realize I swung in because I used the frag grenade to audio glitch it a little bit. We take down the smoke. He was just able to smoke off. I take some fights. We find the mute. We take him down. I pre-fire out. I think I downed someone in the back because I'm going to get a kill towards the end of the round. And that's it. There's really quick tips. I'll make a more elongated, in-depth video about like how to win more gunfights overall, but I just really wanted to show you guys just like, you know, just crosshair placement in the game. Like every time I'm fighting somebody, like when I play Jinxie, he even said this. There's no catching me off guard. If you kill me, I'm at least taking shots at you, which means that I always have a chance of killing you. Do not get caught off guard. Have your gun up. Be ready for fights. It's way better to die while shooting at somebody than it is to get shot on the side of the head while sprinting, while planting. You're completely outplayed if you're not even able to take shots at the enemy before they kill you. So, all right, guys, that's it today on, you know, how to find the best sensitivity that works for you and just overall general settings. Honestly, it's pretty simple to get used to, like, you know, changing the settings around. You'll get the general idea of it to get something that works for you mostly, but with time and practice, you'll understand how it actually works a little bit better. General rule of thumb, have your crosshair up when you plan on taking a gunfight or you feel like someone might try to swing you and taking a gunfight, because you're going to react a whole lot faster, when your gun is up versus when it's at the hip and you have to aim in. It's probably gonna get you killed. So if you have your gun up, you're gonna tend to win more firefights in general. I'll see a lot of people talk about sensitivity, aim, training, etc. And then I'll watch them play and they're running into the unknown, getting shot when their gun's down, getting shot while sprinting even. And it's just like, you can work on your sensitivity as much as you want, but like if you're not ready for the fights, you're not going to win said fight. But that's it for today. I hope this video helped you guys out. Let me know if you guys want more videos like this, and make sure to subscribe, drop a comment, leave a like down below for more. Peace out. Until next time. Hey.